In the swiftly changing world of today, a significant number of Americans are experiencing difficulty keeping up with the pace of change. This struggle is not merely a personal challenge, it is indicative of more extensive systemic issues that affect a substantial fraction of the population. The primary causes of this crisis are economic inequality, rising living costs, and educational disparities, which impede the ability of individuals to flourish. The growing disparity between the affluent and the rest of the populace has resulted in a significant number of individuals being left behind as they struggle to cope with increasing expenses and stagnant salaries. Additionally, the increasing cost of living, which encompasses housing, healthcare, and education, imposes a substantial financial burden on American families. The challenges presented by technological advancements, which while driving progress, also result in job displacement and a growing skills gap, exacerbate these pressures. The American healthcare system is further complicated by the fact that a significant number of individuals are unable to access high-quality care at a reasonable price. These issues are further exacerbated by political polarization and social unrest, which impede the development of effective solutions and create instability. Economic constraints, including trade tensions and market fluctuations, also contribute to the uncertainty that many Americans experience on a global scale. It is essential to comprehend these factors in order to address the underlying causes of this pervasive struggle and strive for a more equitable and prosperous future for all. 1. Economic inequality. The lives of numerous Americans have been significantly impacted by the alarming levels of economic inequality in the United States. The wealth gap between the wealthiest and poorest segments of society has expanded substantially in recent decades. The wealth of the top 1% of earners exceeds that of the lower 90% combined, as indicated by data from the Federal Reserve. This disparity is not merely a statistic, it has tangible repercussions for families and individuals. The cost of living has increased, while wages have remained stagnant for the majority of Americans. According to the Economic Policy Institute, median wages have only experienced a modest increase in the past few decades, falling behind inflation and increasing costs. Consequently, a significant number of employees are unable to cover their basic expenditures or save for the future due to their inadequate wages. This expanding gap restricts social mobility and perpetuates cycles of financial insecurity and destitution. 2. The increasing cost of living. The increasing cost of living is a substantial burden on American families, adversely affecting their quality of life and exacerbating financial duress. In recent years, the cost of housing has increased significantly, rendering homeownership an increasingly unattainable goal for a significant number of individuals. Zillow reports that the median home price in the United States has nearly doubled in the past decade, significantly surpassing wage growth. Another significant obstacle is the expense of healthcare. Healthcare remains prohibitively expensive for numerous Americans, despite reforms that are intended to increase accessibility. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, employer-sponsored insurance premiums have experienced a substantial increase, while out-of-pocket expenses have continued to rise. This financial strain is further exacerbated by the exorbitant costs of prescription drugs and medical services, which can result in substantial debt and financial instability. Household budgets are additionally burdened by education expenses. The average cost of a four-year degree at private institutions exceeds $35,000 per year, while it is approximately $10,000 per year at public and state colleges. College tuition has also increased significantly. In the United States, student loan debt has become a significant burden, with over $1.7 trillion in outstanding liabilities. Graduates frequently encounter a decade or more of debt repayment, which can have a significant impact on their financial stability and delay the completion of significant milestones such as homeownership and retirement. 3. Education inequalities. Disparities in access and quality persist throughout the United States, despite the fact that education is a critical factor in determining economic success. Inadequate funding frequently results in overcrowded classrooms, outmoded materials, and restricted extracurricular opportunities in public schools located in low-income areas. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, students in high-poverty schools achieve lower scores on standardized tests than their counterparts in wealthier districts. The long-term prospects of students are impacted by the educational resource gap, which results in reduced graduation rates and fewer opportunities for post-secondary education. For a significant number of pupils, the absence of access to high-quality education results in diminished earning potential and fewer career opportunities. The high costs of higher education are making it increasingly difficult to access, despite its status as a traditional form of upward mobility. The financial burden on students and their families has been significantly increased as a result of the significant increase in tuition fees and associated expenses. The student loan crisis has exacerbated the issue as numerous graduates are now confronted with significant debt and financial uncertainty. Major life decisions, such as purchasing a residence or starting a family, are frequently postponed by the burden of student loans. 4. Technological disruption. The employment market is being transformed by technological advancements, which is resulting in economic insecurity for a significant number of Americans. Automation and artificial intelligence are becoming more prevalent in a variety of industries, resulting in job displacement and talent mismatches. According to the World Economic Forum, automation has the potential to eliminate up to 85 million jobs by 2025, while simultaneously generating new positions that necessitate distinct skill sets. Workers in industries such as manufacturing, retail, and transportation are particularly susceptible to employment losses as a result of technological advancements. Many employees are either unemployed or confronting diminished job prospects as businesses implement new technologies to enhance efficiency and reduce expenses. The skills gap is also a result of the rapid rate of technological change, as workers are required to consistently update their knowledge and abilities in order to remain competitive in the job market. For those in less stable or lower wage positions, the necessity of continuous education and training can serve as a substantial impediment. Furthermore, these challenges are further exacerbated by the digital divide, as individuals who lack access to technology are further disadvantaged in a world that is becoming increasingly digital. 5. Obstacles to the healthcare system. The financial stability and overall well-being of individuals are significantly influenced by the numerous challenges that the American healthcare system presents. Many Americans continue to encounter obstacles to obtaining affordable and high-quality healthcare, despite the efforts to reform the healthcare system. Those who require medical services encounter substantial challenges due to the healthcare system's intricacy and exorbitant costs. A significant number of Americans are either uninsured or underinsured, which results in significant out-of-pocket expenses for medical care. As of 2022, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) reported that approximately 9% of Americans were uninsured. This figure does not include individuals who are underinsured or have large deductibles and copayments. The financial burden is further exacerbated by chronic health conditions and mental health issues. Chronic conditions frequently result in ongoing medical expenses and the inability to work full-time, which can result in financial strain and a decrease in income. Economic difficulties are also exacerbated by the increasing prevalence of mental health issues, which can make it difficult for individuals to obtain the necessary treatment and support. 6. Political and social unrest. In recent years, political polarization and social unrest have become more pronounced, which has impacted the capacity of Americans to navigate economic and social challenges. Gridlock and inefficiency in policymaking have resulted from the growing divide between political parties, which has impeded the development of effective solutions to urgent issues. The quality of life of Americans is also influenced by social instability, which encompasses concerns regarding safety, crime, and community cohesion. Areas that are impacted by high crime rates or social unrest frequently encounter supplementary obstacles, such as diminished community resources and diminished economic opportunities. Progress in resolving systemic issues is impeded by the fragmented political landscape and the absence of consensus on critical issues. As political and social tensions intensify, it may be difficult for individuals and communities to establish stability and support in order to address their personal and economic obstacles. 7. Economic pressures on a global scale. The economic stability, prices, and labor markets of Americans are significantly impacted by global economic pressures. Supply chains can be disrupted by trade tensions and geopolitical conflicts, resulting in increased prices for products and services. The effects of tariffs and trade conflicts are evident in a variety of industries, including agriculture and manufacturing, which affect both businesses and consumers. Additionally, American businesses are compelled to innovate and adapt in a timely manner in response to global competition. Affected industries may experience economic instability and employment losses as a result of companies' inability to keep up with international competitors. Furthermore, economic uncertainty may be generated by fluctuations in global markets, which can affect financial planning and investments. In summary, the numerous obstacles that Americans are currently confronted with are the result of a multifaceted interplay between economic inequality, increasing living expenses, and systemic disparities. In order to resolve these issues during these turbulent times, a multifaceted approach is necessary, which involves the integration of robust support systems with thoughtful policy reforms. It is imperative to address the intricacies of the healthcare system, adjust to technological advancements, and bridge the educational divide in order to cultivate a more equitable society. Additionally, it is imperative to address political and social instability in addition to managing global economic pressures in order to guarantee long-term stability and prosperity. There is a possibility of surmounting the obstacles that impede the progress of numerous Americans by concentrating on these areas and implementing comprehensive solutions. It is imperative that we continue to prioritize the creation of opportunities for all, guaranteeing that each person has the opportunity to flourish in a world that is becoming more and more dynamic. Let us know in the comments what you think about the why Americans are struggling to keep up, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.